to apply.
Progress.
Yes, please go ahead, Mr. Fredrick Gichuki, and thank you so much
Okay.
for being our guest speaker tonight.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate this opportunity to share. It's always my joy to really give my experience and to really inspire somebody to really look at this business, either to join the business or to even take it seriously and run with it, because it's truly a wonderful opportunity. My name's Fred Gichuki, and Fred Gichuki joined Neolife a while back. I joined Neolife when I was a very young guy. I was in my 20s and I was working in the hotel industry. I was introduced by a stranger who was a pastor from South Africa, who found me working at the reception and offered me this opportunity. And I joined immediately. I did not wait to think about it. I was not earning much money. I was earning about $100 a month as a salary. Yet I had gone to school for more than 18 years of my life. I had graduated as a hotel manager. But because my dad could not get the connections, I don't know, in Kenya, we have this thing of connections whereby it depends on who your dad knows, not the papers you have, that will determine the job that you get. If your dad is not well connected or your mom, then you're in trouble, because even if you have good papers, you might just languish in poverty, even with your good papers. So I had graduated with a higher diploma in management, and some of my colleagues got very nice management jobs. They had company cars. They were really sorry. They were really making the money that I would have liked to make. But I was working as a receptionist, earning $100, and I got quite disillusioned about the corporate world. And that's when I started looking for side hustles, things to do. So I tried selling mitumbas. Mitumbas are secondhand clothes. I tried selling cabbages in the market. I tried getting a sort of a movie theater going in a certain kiosk and video and that kind of thing. I tried selling insurance, so many things, just to look for a side hustle. So when my sponsor found me there, some of you know him, is called Hansi Cronje. He asked me a question: would you like to make money on a part-time basis? And for me, I said yes. I did not wait to think about it. I joined immediately. And the reason why I joined is because I'd been going to church every Sunday, asking God for a miracle, for a breakthrough. And when he told me about this opportunity, and I learned that all I needed to do is get in and work very hard. It didn't matter who I knew or who didn't know me. I didn't need to have any connections. I didn't need to have a lot of capital. I was told the capital is in my mouth. And I went out and I said, this is a thing that I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So I joined the business. Upon joining, a few things changed. The first thing that changed is that I now had something to live for. I had some hope in my life. I had something that I could look forward to, because employment, I was not looking forward to it. I had looked at some of my senior bosses who had been working for more than 20 years. I didn't like the kind of life they were living. They were still struggling. They were making good money, and you're so scared for your future. And I actually decided this was not for me. I don't want to work for 20 years only to jump every time I'm being threatened that I'll be sacked, yeah, and losing that big car that I'm driving. So that was one of the reasons that made me look at this thing. The other thing that made me really consider this business was the fact that I had looked at some of my relatives, and I'd seen the relatives who are employed and never did any business. When they retired, they went into poverty and misery. And I didn't want to get to that level. I quickly realized that for you to be successful in this life, even if you're employed, You need to have a side hustle, something that you're doing in your free time. The day this job disappears, you have a soft landing in something else that you've already established. So I said to myself, I think the way of the future is to be employed, yes, but to have something on the side that can take care of you in case employment disappears. So I joined the business. I went home, told my parents, told my friends, and they thought I was crazy. They told me, Fred, you cannot make it. You're not a marketer. You're not a doctor. You're not. You cannot sell supplements. They really discouraged me. And one thing that I find that is very interesting, when you want to do something positive, people tend to discourage you. But when you're doing negative things that are destroying your body, like alcohol or smoking cigarettes or spending your time in bars and drinking all these things, nobody's going to come and stop you and tell you, hey, you're doing the wrong thing. They just look at you from a distance and they talk behind your back. But now when you join something positive that is bound to change your life, change the lives of the people around you, everybody tells you that you cannot do it, you cannot make it. And one thing I actually came to learn after being in the business is that for you to be successful in life, you have to be a bit stubborn. You have to be stubborn when you believe in something. Don't let anybody discourage you. Always have an attitude that with or without you, I will make it. Now, because I found that many of my closest friends were the first ones to discourage me. I thought my closest friends would encourage me, but they were the first ones to discourage me. And in me, I said, I am going to show you that this thing works by doing it. I know we have distributors on the call, we have prospects on the call. I just want to tell you that around you, there are many people that we call DCs or discouragement committees who will try to discourage you so that you can lose the dream of building the business of changing your life. Don't listen to them. Because those are people who want you to stay where you are or even go down. And then they can be having a topic to discuss when they meet as friends. They say, so and so is doing so poorly. Yeah. But they know that if you take up this opportunity, chances are high that one day you'll be having a business that can take you globally. You'll be driving a good car because they can see what your leaders are doing and the cars they are driving. And when they see that, they say, if this guy starts driving a car like his leader in the business, where will we be? And we don't have such cars. We are going to look bad. So they try to discourage you so that you stay where you are or even lower than where you are. Then they are happy. So the first tip that I want to give you as a distributor, especially the new ones, don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to negative people who try to discourage you. There are some decisions in your life you have to make for yourself. And one of them is in your life. The other decision you need to make for yourself is who you marry. Because if you depend on the multitude to tell you who you marry, they'll probably recommend somebody who is not good for you. You have to, there are some decisions that you must make for yourself without consulting even your best friend, even your girlfriend. These are decisions that if you go to ask your girlfriend or your boyfriend, they'll discourage you. My own wife had told me to forget about this thing, but I told her, sweetheart, let me just continue selling soap. 1 year later, when I got a trip to South Africa, we went with her and I asked her, so sweetie, how do you see this business? And she told me it's a good business. In fact, I want to quit employment. She was working for your commission in Kenya, the Uganda High Commission. And she said, I want to quit employment. We do it with you. And that's exactly what she did. She quit employment and we've been doing the business with her since. So the moral of the story is don't let people discourage you. Don't let people steal your dream. The people who succeed in your life and in network marketing are the people who stay in it the longest. No matter which level you are in today, if you hang in there, give yourself 2 to 5 years, review where you are. After 5 years, set another gear for another 5 years. Let me tell you, it will reach a point whereby people will be asking you, how comes you are so successful? But the reason why you are successful is because you're able to stick to it, whether you're making money or not. In the short run, you stick to it until success finds you. Many people lose good opportunities because they're not patient enough to connect the end from the beginning. They start and they reach somewhere, they quit, they try something else. What they don't know is that every business has a learning curve, and you have to stick with the learning curve before you start making money. So I did the business. In 7 months. I became a director. As a director, I started earning about $300, which was about 3 times my pay. That was exciting. I went on and became a leader. And the funny thing that happened to me is because of becoming a director, an opportunity arose at my place of business, of work, where they were looking for a manager for the reception. I had been taught leadership in Neolife. The leadership that I got from Neolife convinced my bosses, the general manager and the directors, that this guy can be given a managerial position. And I was promoted to become a manager for the hotel, and my pay was tripled. And I always find that to be so interesting because what my papers had not given me, I got from Neolife because of being taught leadership. After I grew as a leader, then I got promoted at my place of work. So if you're here and you're probably employed and you're wondering, how can I improve myself? Just be a good distributor. Attend all the trainings, the leadership trainings, and you will grow as a leader. People will start seeing a difference in you. And when an opportunity arises in your place of work, you'll get a position of leadership that you've been striving for. So I went on and I started buying vehicles. I bought my first car, second car, and life started changing. I remember it took me about 3 years to become a world team member. World team member, for those who don't know, is somebody who's earning more than $1,000 a month. And I went on building the business. I remember the first time we traveled to South Africa. I'd never been in a plane at all in my life. But courtesy of Neolife, we got into a plane and we went all the way to South Africa, fully paid for by this company. And I traveled with some of the governors and the ministers that we have in Kenya who are also part of Neolife. And that to me was the beginning of lifestyle. Since then, I've traveled to more than 20 destinations, including America, South Africa, so many times, Nigeria, UK, Mexico, Mauritius, so many places. Nowadays, travel is a normal thing. It's not something that I get overly excited about because I've done it. I've been there. Yeah. And I want to tell you that if you're here and you're a guest, you're a distributor, if you stick to this business, one day your story will even be bigger and better than mine. And you'll be saying the way you've traveled and the way your life has changed courtesy of this business. Now, one thing that I can tell you that has helped me grow my business is just sticking to the basics. And one of the basics that I always talk about is using your own products. If you develop the habit of using your own products, in fact, if you're a distributor and you're not using your own products, you're doing yourself a disservice. And probably that is why you're not growing, because you're not using your own products. Because the more you use, the more you move. That's how the business works. I tried doing this business by not using the products. Let me tell you, it did not grow. I got very, very frustrated. But when I started using the products of Neolife, and initially I could not afford these products. In fact, earning $100 a month, I could not afford the product. But what did I do? I bought LDC, I bought Super 10, I bought Formula 4. That time we had Formula 4. And that was it. So I would shower with LDC, I would wash my clothes with Super 10, and I would swallow my Formula 4. And I was 100% user of Neolife products. I also bought aloe vera gel for the skin, and that was it for me. And I could talk to somebody with confidence and tell them I am 100% user of the product. I was not washing my clothes with anything else other than the Neolife products. When you do that, your level of belief and confidence about this opportunity grows to another level. Because of using the products, my parents, who are very skeptical about the business, started using. My dad had ulcers. My mom had high blood pressure. They now believed in the products because they saw me constantly consuming the supplements and they started using them. My dad's ulcers disappeared. My mom's pressure was managed. Both are in their 80s today, but they are very, very healthy, very, very strong, courtesy of the Neolife products. So the first tip I want to tell you is this: use your own products. It was a struggle for me to do 100 points every month. I would do 50 points and the month would end. My team has done over 1,000, but I can't get a check because I've only done 50 points. But the moment I started using my products, my personal PVs shot up. And nowadays doing 1,000, 1,500 is not a big deal. It happens by itself without even struggling too much to push the PVs. But it's because I committed to use the products myself and I became a living testimony of what the products can do for you. So I want to urge the distributors on the call, use these products. Put a budget, a monthly budget, the same way you pay your rent, the same way you pay your electricity, you pay your water. Decide on the amount of money you'll be spending every month on the Neolife products. Whether you buy for yourself, you buy for your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, or your own parents, but every month you should be buying some products from Neolife for your own use and your family's use. That is a secret to growing this business. And let me tell you one thing, when you develop a team, they do what you do rather than what you say. So if you're using your products, they'll also use their products. But if you're not using the products, they won't use the products. And even if you have 100 people and 0 PV is moving, you don't have a check. But if you're using at least 50, 100 points and you have 100 people, if you have 100 people each doing 100 points, that's more than 10,000 points. You're being paid as a world team member. So use the products and share your testimony with other people. And therein, you'll actually grow your business. Something else that I want to share, especially with the distributors, is a second basic: sharing the products, building a customer base. Sometimes in the process of building this business, we tend to overlook this very crucial basic. And it's a second basic that you're told to do: share these products with other people. And that is basically translates to take care of your customers, develop and take care of the customers that you have. I'll tell you something. If you want to earn residual income in your life, after using the products, share this product with other people. You'll get people who will buy the products from you. These are your customers. Take care of these people. When you develop a customer base and you make sure you're expanding it every month and you're taking care of these people, you'll find that you're going to get people who will be consuming these products, buying them from you for the next 15, 20, 30 years. I have people that have been buying these products from me since 1996. And that is what I call residual income. I don't need to look for them. They know the products are good. They're excited about the products. We have a wonderful relationship. I have taken care of them over the years. Even when their best friend joins the business, they can't buy from the best friends because they buy from me. And they tell them, no, they normally buy from Fred. He's the one who supplies me the products. Because I took time to develop a relationship with them. So take time to develop a relationship. How do you do that? Very simply, uh, remember their significant holidays, give them information about products, give them a catalog, be honest, deliver on time, call them up and just find out how the products are working for them, do demonstrations when you deliver products. I know your leaders have been talking about this, but take time to develop a customer base. And the best way to retain your distributors is to help them develop a customer base, because when they develop a customer base, sometimes they might not be very excited about the business. But when the customer calls and says, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, because of the profit they are going to make, they forget they had actually quit and they run to deliver that product. Then they realize, hey, I need to stick around here. I think these products are moving. Because when a distributor gets an order from somebody, they get so excited, even if they were discouraged, they bounce back and they start doing the business again because the customers are demanding for the products. Nobody says no to profit. Everybody wants to make some profit. So help your distributors to develop a customer base. The third basic, of course, is sharing the opportunity. Now, your leader, Bonamuhimiza, is actually very good at this and is one of the best at sponsoring that you have in your life and building a team. And this is a very, very crucial part of our business. And it's something that you have to do on a daily basis. It's a lifestyle. I always say this, we are hunters in your life. When you wake up in the morning, you're thinking, I have to talk to this person to join the business. I have to talk to that person to buy the product. I have to follow up these distributors to help him make a step. I have to assist this one so that he can achieve his goals and dreams. As in, we're always looking at how can we improve? How can we grow ourselves? How can we grow our people to the next level? Because when our people grow, we also grow. And always have that at the back of your mind that every day you are talking to people about this opportunity because there's magic in talking to people. You don't know what your best friend is capable of doing in your life unless you get him into the business. When he gets into the business, he will bring you somebody who will bring 100 people to your team. But if you keep quiet and you don't talk to him about the opportunity, then you'll find that you might be complaining the business is not growing as fast, but maybe it's your brother whom you'll bring on board. I know he might be stubborn, like my sister was very stubborn, and I kept convincing her, sorry, until she agreed to join. But when she agreed to join, she worked the business and became a world team member, and we've traveled with her several countries. But she was very, very stubborn, and it took me a long, long time to convince her to join the business. So don't give up on people. Keep pushing, keep talking to people, keep working hard to sponsor people on a daily basis. And when you do that, God is going to bless the works of your hands. And you'll find that you'll get somebody who becomes a Muhimiza, or you'll get somebody who becomes an Andrew Bugembe, and your business just takes off. But if you don't talk to anybody else, if you keep it to yourself, then you're doing yourself a disservice. The last basic I want to mention is about training. And training in your life, it's about personal training. The greatest training you'll do in your life is for your own self. Listening to tapes, CDs, reading positive books, The Magic of Thinking Big. These are, listen to audiobooks. This is a very integral part of the business. If you see your business is not doing very well, just check your personal growth and your training. You'll realize that you're not doing it. And that's why your business probably is not growing as fast as you'd like. The harder you work on yourself, the easier your business works. In fact, there's somebody who said, train hard and fight easy. So when you listen to positive tapes, read positive books, go for training, your leader just talked about so many trainings that are coming up. Those are there to sharpen you so that you can be able to grow your business and rise to the next level. And the more you do that, the faster your business is going to grow. So guys, it's been great. I can tell you New Life is an amazing business. The future is bright. We are looking forward to going to Turkey next year. That's an event that you should not miss. There's very good shopping in Turkey. Their clothes are excellent. I've had a chance of buying some of the Turkish clothes from Turkey, and they never grow old. You can wear that clothes for the next 10, 20 years, and it still looks new. So it's an event, it's a place that you don't need to miss. Most of the businessmen who bring clothes in Kenya, shoes and all that, get them from Turkey, and they are very, very expensive when they come from Turkey because the quality is very, very good. So if you want to shop till you drop, become a world team member and make sure that next year in May, we are together in a plane going to Turkey, and make sure you save enough money so that when you come back, you're coming back loaded down with things that you have bought for your family. And I look forward to seeing you guys in Turkey. I know that this team is growing like crazy. And I know that you guys are going to the top. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And back to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Fredrick Gichuki, for taking off time to share with us. Like I said, every time you actually share your experience with New Life, I always just feel like starting afresh. And I truly wish everyone that has been listening in today, if you're a distributor or you're a manager or you're a new person, I really pray that you can be able to understand this business better, commit yourself more, and build this business. By the time you will all get to the, I mean, he's been in the business for over 20 years. By the time we all get to this to that time, I am quite sure that we will be living a life of our dreams, cutters of New York. We will be able to travel, we'll be able to buy land, to build, to do all these things that New Life offers. So, guys, let's go ahead and build our business. And like I said, tomorrow we have a very, very big event in Imbara. We have a big event in Bara. Let's maximize, let's invite as many people as possible. Let us be there. A dress code is going to be black and white. So let's make sure that we actually are dressed to kill, because tomorrow is the day for our media rally. Thank you so much for listening, and have a blessed evening.